Previously on All My Children.
2 plane tickets to New York.
You are a very bad man.
Greenleaf's been coming on pretty strong, huh?
Ooh, another news flash.
I told her I wasn't interested.
Because of me?
I'll be back when I've written.
You're upset you're gonna spook the horse.
Edmund, I have a bad feeling about this. Please go after her.
Kiss me down by the broken tree house. Swing me.
So how'd you like your first trip to Coney Island?
My first and only trip to Coney Island, thank you.
You didn't find it thrilling?
It was very thrilling. I don't know what was more thrilling, the ride on the Cyclone or the ride back in the taxi.
Oh, come on. You had a ball. Admit it. Well, let's see. How long has it been since someone recognized you?
What?
Well, if you feel a need to be cited and fawned over, I could parade you up and down Fifth Avenue.
Well, I don't remember anybody recognizing you either, Mr. World-famous cardiologist.
Well, actually, when I'm in the company of a beautiful woman, I prefer a low profile.
You do? Mm-hmm. Why is that?
Well, if I attract attention, I have to behave myself. But if I blend in with the crowd, I can get away with practically anything and no one would even notice.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Are you care to put my theory to a test?
I don't know. What do I have to do?
Just relax. And let me do all the work.
Reverse angle, take it wide, 360-degree pan.
Hi, come berry munchies. We've got the 2 basic food groups, disodium phosphate or hydrochloride pyroxide.
Hold on. Freeze frame. Denis!
What? The video's done?
Yeah. Come check out the end credits. Make sure I got them right. Okay. Da-da-da.
A Beyond summer production.
Read on.
Scott? Scott, what are you doing? That's not in the script.
Julian, darling, what on earth is going on? The house is in an uproar.
I know, Grandma.
I was half asleep, and this commotion in the West Wing, it woke me up.
Sorry.
And the hall is full of men. They're removing the medical supplies. Even Dimitri's bed. I tried to stop them. We've got to get hold of Edmund. I mean, we've got to be in readiness for Dimitri's coming home.
Grandma, Dimitri's not coming home.
What are you talking about?
I'm sorry, Grandmama, but Dimitri left us.
You can't put Dimitri's horse down.
His leg is broken. You know it's the merciful thing to do. It won't take long.
No, don't do this.
I have to.
You don't. Dimitri loved that horse. You can't kill him. I won't let you do this.
Gone? Oh, what are you talking about?
Dimitri disappeared from his room at the Seaview Hospital. Alex and Edmund went looking for him, and the search led them down to the beach.
At the beach? What did they find at the beach?
They found Dimitri's robe,
on the sand by the water. And, I mean, they think it seems like he went into the water, but he didn't come out. You know how he loved to swim? The Coast Guard's been looking for him all night, but they couldn't find him.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. It wasn't enough, was it? This new treatment, it wouldn't have restored Dmitri to his full life. It fell short of the mark.
What, Mark? What are you talking about?
Oh, these Androshi men, they have such high goals. They drive themselves to attain it. That means foolishness. It means tempting fate. But I am sure, I am absolutely sure, if Dmitri succumbed to the sea, it was an accident. His pride would have made him fight for life, not throw it away.
Alex thinks that Dmitri didn't want to be seen like this. That he felt humiliated being seen weak and without being able to speak words.
Do you think he could take his own life?
No, never. It wasn't time for Dmitri. I mean, he had so much life. He had just gotten married. If it were me, if I were in love like that, I would fight, Grandmama. I would fight for every breath that I had until the very end.
Ah, that's my little Andrashi. But you're young. Have you any idea what it is like to live from breath to breath, to count your time down in heartbeats?
You think that's what he felt?
I felt it.
You don't want to die, do you?
Oh, no, darling, no. I plan to live forever, but when I must go, I hope I go gracefully, doing what I love.
The house just feels... well, my whole life feels strange without Dmitri in it. Feels unsafe.
Don't forget him. Never forget him. Oh, how are Alex and Edmund bearing up under this?
Not well. Alex took Maximilian for a ride. You know, maybe that's the only way she could feel close to Dmitri. Riding the horse he loved.
I don't need you telling me how much Dmitri loved Maximilian.
Well, then don't talk about destroying him.
What, you think I want to? God, Alex, I just spent a night in hell just looking for my brother, and now I gotta put his horse down. His leg is broken. It is shattered. He is in pain, and it's not gonna get better.
You don't know that.
Yes, I do. Look, if Dmitri knew that Maximilian was like this, what would he do? Would he put him out to pasture? A horse that lived to be ridden? Would he put him in a stable? Where his spirit would be just as shattered as his leg? Don't we owe the same quality of mercy to animals that we show ourselves? Putting an end to his suffering, that would be the kindest thing to do now.
You haven't even called a vet. They can set the leg. They can give him drugs for the
Alex,
pain.
don't you get it? He's not gonna get better. And trying to save him to ease your conscience would be cruel.
What does my conscience have to do with this?
Figure it out.
Are you blaming me for what happened?
Edmund, I saw what happened on the beach. The horse was frightened by something. It was startled. And he threw Alex clear, but as it was happening, I felt that the horse was trying to protect her from something.
Did you see what it was? I didn't see anything.
No, I'm sorry, I
It
didn't.
doesn't matter. The damage is done.
Don't say that.
Alex,
Alex, Edmund knows a lot about horses. He took care of the stables when he was young, so if he says Maximilian's leg can't be fixed, I think he knows what he's talking about.
I'm going up to the house. You stay here.
Something wrong?
My name.
Didn't I spell it right?
Scott, you put me as co-producer?
Well, I thought the muse might have been pretentious.
Scott, this is very nice, but it's not my project. You're the one applying to film school.
Well, it was your idea.
No, but you did all the work. It's your idea. It's your project. You should get the credit.
Well, so should you. I mean, you did the legwork, you did the pre-interviews, you gave me moral support, you did the coffee and donut runs. You kept me under budget and helped me save 10 minutes of fat off the final project. But hey, if you want to take your name off, I suppose.
No. No. You know what? I like seeing my name next to yours.
So that was your test. What was the theory?
Look around. You see that?
What?
We kissed in public, in broad daylight, and no one lifted their heads up from their lattes. Welcome to New York, home of a million personal dramas. We can strip and do a floor show right here, and no one would even notice.
Oh, thank you. I don't think I'm quite ready for that much public exposure. But I do think that we should try your theory again, just once, just in the name of science.
Hold that thought. I have to make a call to the hospital. I'll come back, and we'll continue our experiment.
Erica Kane?
Joan Rivers, hi.
Hi. How are you? What are you doing in New York? Why didn't you call?
Oh, I would have. It was very spur of the moment.
You look absolutely wonderful.
Thank you, so do you.
Melissa sends her love.
Thank you. How is she? Did she get my wedding gift?
The Erica Kane doll. She loved it. Husbands both sold separately.
No, I sent her the whole set of French
I know, she loved it. She sent you a thank you. Look at you. You look amazing.
Oh, thank you. And you do too, Joan, as always.
So what are you doing, shopping?
No, just an impulse thing. Well, you know, I love New York at this time of
Where are you staying? No, it doesn't matter where you're staying. Get your things. Come on, you're coming home with me.
Oh, Joan, thank you very much. It's so sweet of you. I can't impose.
What do you mean you
on
can't?
like that.
Erica, it's not imposing. We'll have a day out. We'll go shopping. I'll get theater tickets, dinner. We'll talk. We'll have a real girls' night. Come on, it'll be so much fun.
It does sound great. I'd love to. I need to take a
let's do no range. Oh, well, I see what you mean. Impulse, huh? Why do I feel you didn't pick this up on Fifth Avenue?
Joan, this is Dr. David Hayward. David, this is my good friend, Joan Rivers.
Yes, of course. Miss Rivers, I'm a huge fan.
Dr. Hayward, the man with the magic fingers.
I beg your pardon?
The genius who fixed your face.
Oh, no. Dr. Hayward is a cardiologist. He takes care of my heart.
Bet you do. So how's she doing?
Exceptionally well. I'm monitoring her very closely.
I'm sure you are.
Yes, and Dr. Hayward just happened to be here in New York on a convention.
Erica, come on. I wasn't born yesterday. I didn't fall off the turnip truck, but it's okay. Just don't make me have to say grow up.
All right, Joan. I would really appreciate it if you don't mention my name or David's name or having seen us at all. I know you understand this. I know you know what it's like to live in a spotlight.
Erica, first of all, your mother, if you were Jewish and she knew you had a doctor, she would be so happy, especially one that's obviously making house calls, but it's okay, I promise you. My lips are sealed.
Oh, thank you. You won't say anything.
Have a great time in New York.
Okay.
You're looking great.
You too.
Pleasure to meet you, darling.
Pleasure.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, I guess we passed the acid test.
Really? What do you mean by that?
If a media maven like Joan Rivers swears that she'll keep our secret, what do we have to be afraid of?
Don't hide that fabulous face, Erica. Let me shoot a roll before I've got you all to myself.
David, please
Word spreads here in town. Press will be all over you like Giuliani on a jaywalker.
just get me out of here.
Running is not my style. It's not yours either.
Yeah, it could be.
Don't hit me.
No, I'm not gonna hit you. I just want to talk with you, okay? Miss Kane is here on special assignment.
Yeah?
You give me that film, and I will give you an exclusive.
Well, give me a taste.
All right, try this. What does Erica Kane have in common with Warren Beatty and Hillary Clinton? You give me that film, and you will scoop all the other news agencies.
Here, this better be good.
Miss Kane is here to form an exploratory committee to determine whether or not she should run for mayor.
Get out. She's chasing after Rudy's gig?
No. That's only if he determines that he wants to run for the Senate. Yeah, wow. Okay, so now if she does decide to run, she's gonna need a campaign photographer. If you're interested.
Well, here's my card. Home, phone, business, line, mobile, fax, and voicemail.
Thank you, Bobby.
Yeah.
We'll be in touch.
Okay. You got my vote, Miss Kane. Power to the people, huh?
What was that all about?
I'll tell you about it later. I guess right now we have a decision to make. We can out ourselves when the stampede of paparazzi come through that door. Or we can go someplace private. A paparazzi-free zone where the phones unplug, discreet room service, and well off the beaten tourist track.
I think I know what you have in mind.
Feeling better?
Not really. I cried so many tears the first time we lost Dimitri, I didn't think I had any left. I was so worried about you, Grandmama. You took the news so hard the first time.
Well, maybe I've gotten used to it. No. I'll never get used to it. When your grandfather, my darling Alexei, died, I'd save up things to tell him, you know, silly things about things that happened in my day, and I would imagine that I'd hear his footfall on the stairs, forgetting.
I won't forget, and I won't give up hope. Dimitri was a distant swimmer. Maybe there was a passing ship with a foreign registry, and they would pick Dimitri up, and on board there would be a doctor, and the doctor will cure him, and maybe in springtime, I'll be out in the garden with Sam and Maddie, and there'll be a breeze, and I'll look up, and Dimitri will stand there with his arms wide open, and he'll smile at me.
Oh, what a lovely, lovely picture. You remember that when you miss him most?
I had the same memory about my mother. You know how she would come back. But she never did.
Oh, I don't think our loved ones are ever truly lost. They cling to us like cobwebs. They leave us a legacy. Ooh.
Are you okay, Grandmama? Did you catch a chill?
I suddenly had a feeling as if a cold, cold hand had closed itself around my heart.
The wind has really picked up. Alex, we have a thermos of hot coffee.
I think I'm gonna go and be with Maximilian. He needs comfort. Should be alone.
Well, he's not alone. Do you know the story about the cat named Good Fortune?
No.
Oh, really? No, it's a wonderful story. Here, it happened a long time ago in Japan. And the cat's master was a very old man who had been commissioned by the emperor to paint a portrait of all of the creatures of the world who had come to visit Buddha in heaven. So, but cats, back then, way back then, were considered to be bad luck. So when the picture was completed, Good Fortune was very sad because he hadn't been included. No cats could pass through the gates of heaven. So Good Fortune stopped eating, and he stopped purring, and he stopped playing with the artist brushes like he had all of his life. And the old man got very, very sad. And then finally, he picked up his finest brush and he dipped it in the ink, knowing that this was going to cost him the commission from the emperor. And he painted a portrait in which Good Fortune was there amongst all the creatures that Buddha was blessing. And when Good Fortune realized what his master had done for him, he died of happiness and went right straight to heaven.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Animals have souls too. Maximilian was lonely for Dmitri, and he wanted to be with him.
You listen to Stuart, because he knows.
I think that Edmund blames me, though.
No. Edmund knows it wasn't your fault.
All My Children will be back in a moment here on ABC.
Oh, Gillian, darling, did you hear something?
No, all I hear is the wind. Oh, I wish I could hear Dimitri's voice booming through the house.
Huh.
I miss his laughter.
Well, you remember him like that.
Do you think he was scared, Grandmama? I mean, do you think he was alone? Just wonder what he was thinking on the beach last night.
He wasn't alone. He wasn't alone. He was with us. It's just that he couldn't bear for us to bear his burden. So he set us free.
No, I don't want to be free. I want to be there for Dimitri. He's always been there for me, always. Why wouldn't he let me take care of him? Why wouldn't he let me love him?
I don't know, darling. I don't know.
Do you want me to take you home?
No, I'll be all right on my own. You stay with Alex.
Okay. Yeah, I'll see you at home, okay?
You come home to me now, Stuart. Please. Just don't ever leave me.
Never.
I'm so sorry.
I called animal control. There's a truck coming to take the body away.
Somebody should stay with him. Maybe Alex?
Take her back to the house. Tell Jillian and Eugenia what happened. I'll stay here with Maximilian and my brother.
You ready?
No, I'm staying here.
Edmund, you heard Marion. It wasn't Alex's fault. She saw Maximilian reared up and threw her off and maybe lost his footing. It wasn't Alex's fault.
Say it, you coward.
A new face.
Appearances can be deceiving.
A lost love.
I can't get her out of my mind.
A hidden agenda.
Things aren't always what they seem.
A whole new reason to watch.
I'm gonna shake things up around here.
A. Martinez joins General Hospital. Friday, October 1st. ABC Daytime.
Come on, say it to my face. You think I killed Maximilian?
I pulled the trigger. I killed him, didn't I?
Yeah, but it's my fault he's dead. If I hadn't taken him out and ridden him...
If you hadn't come to this town, Alex. It's not the horse. It's just everything. It's all the hell you put us through.
You think I wanted any of this to happen? I've lost my husband.
And I lost my brother. And it's because of you. You want to know what I feel? You want to know how many times I wish to God that you never met my brother? How I hate him for turning to you and cutting the rest of us out of his life?
Well, that had nothing to do with me. That was his choice.
You took him away from us. You're not a healer, Alex. You're a death sentence. Your love killed him.
Oh, I'm sorry. Scott, where's Liza?
She's gone for the day.
Oh.
You know what? I'm gonna fly, okay?
Okay. Will I see you tonight?
Yeah, call me.
Okay. Bye.
Bye, Mrs. Chandler.
Goodbye.
Oh, thanks for putting my name on the big screen.
Marion, what's wrong?
It's your father.
Is he okay?
Yes. He's fine. In fact, he's perfect. I wish you could have seen him this afternoon.
Why? What's happened?
Something very sad happened, and your father was there to make it better, and you just would have been so proud of him.
I'm always proud of my dad.
Scott, why can't other people see Stuart the way we do? Why do they have to treat him with so much disrespect all the time?
What's happened?
There was an accident, and Dimitri's horse was hurt very badly. And then when help arrived, this stupid idiot, Claude, assumed that Stuart was a stable hand.
I'm sure that Dad didn't mind. He loves animals.
But they just dismissed him. They just pushed him aside. And I mean, Stuart's worth about 10 men put together. I mean, why? Do people treat him like a non-entity?
Because people don't know him the way that we do. But Dad doesn't seem to care what other people think about him. And if he doesn't, then why should we?
Home again, home again. Sorry we missed the opera, Principessa.
Oh, we'll always have Coney Island. So, I guess all roads lead back here to your hotel room.
Well, until you're ready to go public with our whatever it is, we'll just have to content ourselves with this. Our own private love shack.
Love shack. Is Sounds like we ought to string colored beads across the doorway, put those great big pillows on the floor, and light the incense.
Well, forgive me for not living up to your exalted expectations. I'm sure Dimitri would have done it differently.
Dimitri?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you bring up Dimitri?
Well, you were the great love of his life, so you're fond of saying.
I was the love of Dimitri's life.
And he could never love anyone as much as you. Alex was merely an imposter to your throne.
I don't know why you're making fun of me. At least I'm honest. My love life is an open book.
Several of them. Well thumbed by thousands.
You never talk about the women in your past.
A gentleman doesn't kiss and tell.
Or maybe you just never loved anyone.
Hold on. Wait a minute. How do we get onto this conversation?
You brought up Dimitri.
I was rambling.
Or jealous.
Erica, would you like to talk about love? Or would you like to make love?
First, I really would like to know. Was there a woman in your life in the past who moved you in a way you'd never been moved? Touched you in a way you'd never been touched? Is there a woman who you couldn't just help but give yourself to, heart and soul? Who, David? Tell me. Tell me about her.
Erica, you realize what you're asking me is impossible to answer. Love is an abstraction. I love my job. I love pasta. I love walking in the rain. I love making love with you.
And beyond that?
Beyond that, Erica, I enjoy your company. We laugh together, and the sex is indescribable.
And that's it? So that's what I am to you. I'm your good time girl? What happens in that bed is all there is between us?
What happens in that bed is the closest I've ever come to a religious conversion.
But it's still just sex. Is that all we mean to each other? Is that all I mean to you? Come on, David. You're always so brutally honest. What do I mean to you?
Erica, I learned in Biology 101 that when you dissect something, you take the life right out of it. I don't feel a need to tear apart what we have. I don't want to dissect us to determine whether we're good for each other or that we enjoy each other immensely, more than most couples that I know. So why don't we just leave it at that? David Hayward. Yes? I'll be right there. Okay. Where's the hospital?
Well, you're not on call.
It's an emergency.
But we're talking, David. This is very important.
This is a conversation, Erica. It's not life or death. We can resume it later.
Well, I won't be waiting. Not unless you can tell me what this thing is that we're doing together means.
What we are doing is having the time of our lives.
Thank you. Look, no one appreciates your father the way we do.
Well, maybe we're not.
No, Stuart should get the credit that's due him. I mean, if anyone in Pine Valley deserves to get some respect, it's Stuart.
Well, maybe we should get Mayor Tutwiler to declare Stuart Chandler Day.
No, really, I really got to do something about this. Scott, do you want to help me help your father?
I don't think he really needs it, but... Sure. Sign me on.
Well, come to the cottage for dinner tonight, okay? For a family dinner. It's about time the Chandlers show Pine Valley what we're really made of, okay?
So you see, my darling, for whatever reason, Dimitri had to leave us.
I just can't believe that it's forever.
Well, forever or not, it leaves this family with an enormous responsibility.
What responsibility? What are you talking about?
Our responsibility to live our lives to the fullest, to take happiness where we find it.
Like Dimitri did.
Yes, that's his legacy. Live each day as if it were our last.
Well, if you think that's what Dimitri wanted, Grandmama, I'll try. I'll try for Dimitri.
You think my love killed him? I kept him alive.
You survived him, Alex. Not the other way around.
I didn't want to be left here alone without him.
You know what I think you wanted? I think you wanted him all to yourself. And you got him. And he used you. He used you to keep his illness a secret.
He didn't use me. I had a responsibility to him as a doctor.
You had a responsibility as a wife to tell us, his family, so that we could take care of him, so that he could be surrounded by people who love him.
That wouldn't have helped, though. It really wouldn't have made any difference.
One day would have made a difference, Alex. If I could have had him home, if I could have brought him to his home and given him care, if I had been there from the beginning, one day he wouldn't have wandered off and gotten lost.
None of us know that for sure.
I know that. I know that because I'm his brother, and I know him so much better than you. I know how he hated hospitals, how he hated to be confined. You want to know what I think? I think he was looking for me. I think he was lost and he was looking for me, and he had lost his way and he wanted to come home, but he couldn't because he got disoriented because of the drugs that you gave him. I think you killed him. You killed my brother. And you killed Max. And everything you say you love, everything you touch, dies.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next All My Children.
On the next All My Children.
Do it for Stuart.
Do what for Stuart?
I almost didn't recognize you with all your clothes on.
Give me a job. You won't be sorry.
You don't have to be afraid of me.
You could have fooled me.
Get your Super Soap Weekend highlights by visiting abc.com, part of the Go Network.